Hi, I'm Kevin Finucane. Today is November 29th, 2017. I clicked to start my submission. It says to state your password, but it did not generate a password. So I'm here. It's November 29th. I have my 5 audience members: Donald, Jackie, Gabe, Henry, Dave, face in the corner there. Cool. And we are ready to roll. So when you hear talk about supporting the arts in our schools and in our communities, conversation is rarely about supporting the arts in our schools and in our communities. Conversation is usually about money. Bottom line, is it fiscally responsible to fund the arts when that same money could be going to fund math, science, medicine? Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about domestic revenue for the arts. Box office revenues. Movie tickets just to go in theaters and see the movie generate, adjusting for inflation, ranging from $9 to $14 billion for more than 20 years every year. That's more than 1 billion movie tickets sold every single year since 1995. Paid music streaming services are now generating more than $2 billion a year, every year for the last 10 years. The music industry in general pulls in 15 to 20 billion a year. Netflix, one company specializing in streaming movies and television shows in your home or on the go, pulled in $8 billion in 2016. Now, 2017, on track to generate more than 11 billion. What does this tell us? Well, this tells us that in America today, we take our hard-earned money and we spend it on art. Well, why do we do that? Well, last time you bought a movie ticket, why'd you do it? Last time you saw a concert, or if you've ever been to the ballet, have you ever gone and seen a play? You ever walked through a museum? You spend money on those things? Why? We spend our money on the things that make us feel inspired. We spend our money on things that make us happy. We spend our money on things that are fun. So what's the actual problem here? Well, the problem is that we want these things, we consume these things, we spend our money on these things. But offering for art in schools in our community and art participation in America has been on a steady decline for a long time. The National Endowment for the Arts released a report which states that through their studies they've observed that there's been a 5% overall decline in all offerings of any art in schools from the 1980s to today, with a sharper rate of that decline occurring from the early 2000s till today. So what does that tell us? That tells us that art education and art participation in youth that are now growing up is disappearing. And it also tells us that the rate at which the art is disappearing is a growing rate. We are losing art more and faster than ever before. So we love these things. We spend our money on these things. But we're facing a future where the things that we love and spend our money on are no longer going to be made. They're just not going to be out there. So I come to you today with a solution. The solution is called the Kevin Finucane for Fine Arts Fund. I'm Kevin Finucane. My new nonprofit, the Kevin Finucane for Fine Arts Fund, will partner with schools and community centers to both create new art education programs for youth, as well as support art education programs that are already in place, but might be underfunded, to help grow them. And it turns out that this has a lot of really amazing benefits. Art's not your bag? Well, I'll tell you what. Studies show that students who participate in art programs show a lower school dropout rate, a higher rate of engagement and success across every single academic area. Students who do art According to a 2014 Stephen Gamboa thesis paper, which cites information from the Educational Longitudinal Survey, as well as taking information from over 25,000 students, proves that participating in art programs, any art programs, makes people more confident, makes people better socialized, and makes people more successful in all academic areas, which leads to a greater level of success in later life, whether that's in art or not. So by supporting these art programs, you're creating a world where people are becoming better people in every area. If you donate to the Kevin Finucane for Fine Arts Fund today, your money will help children learn how to express themselves in ways that are healthy and productive. And your money will help children give back to the community by creating art shows which might feature sculpting or painting, or might be dance, might be theater, and they're going to return all those skills back into the community. On the other hand, a world without the Kevin Finucane for Fine Arts Fund, or without any similar endeavor that helps support these causes, is a world where art is slowly disappearing, and you might be driving into work one day and flipping through the radio, and all of a sudden you realize that there is dead air in your car to get you going in the morning. You're at home, you're in your kitchen, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're doing your chores, and there is nothing to fill the silence or to inspire you or keep you going as you work. Nothing on TV, nothing on the radio. There is no art anywhere. This is a world that we are just statistically, factually approaching. So I'm asking you today to help make the world a better place through a selfish action, through supporting the things that you're already spending your money on, the things that you already love, and in doing so, helping the children of your community become richer, healthier, more successful, better socialized people. And I'm asking you to help me do it together with the Kevin Finucane for Fine Arts Fund.